Okay, I am live. Happy Friday. Today is Friday, August 6th. 6th, yeah, the 6th of August. I don't even know which episode this is. I don't have my notes. So I don't know what episode this is. This is 40 something. It's the 40 something episode of the Be Your Own Hero show. Hero is an acronym. It means helping everyone reach optimism. In other words, helping others helps you. And in the context of this show, this is my journey of becoming my own hero, doing the work to become my own hero. And hopefully there's something in my journey that inspires you or informs you and helps you become your own hero. So all of that said, I'm obviously on location, and I'm sure you can hear all the ambient noise and all the traffic sounds because I'm in New York. I'm in New York. So before I get to that, let me just finish the introductory stuff. Shout out to New Thought Media Network for allowing me this platform and the space to talk about my journey. And please support them, ntmedia.org, and donate so that they can provide more positive programming like this. Okay, so all that said, thanks, Gladys. I appreciate that. Actually, that ties into something I was going to say later. But you know what? I'll just say it now. So I was just in Traverse City, Michigan. I'd never heard of Traverse City before. I just traveled there, but I liked it a lot. Tiny little airport. All the gates are like in a living room. Like you come into the living room of the airport and just look around for your gates. You don't have to walk anywhere. It's very cool. And while I was there with Nissan as part of the test drive for the 2022 Nissan Pathfinder. And the point, what I'm connecting is the fact that many people in that group started calling me hero. Not, I guess, because I was wearing the shirts, but also because they know that that's part of my work. So I was called Mr. Hero around Traverse City quite a bit. So I'm grateful for those ripple effects. I'm grateful for the awareness that is being built around this hero ministry. What's up, man? Thanks for popping in. Man is my accountability partner for the time zone. I got the time zone right today. I almost went live at 9 o'clock. And I almost did a pre-recorded show now, but I thought, what would Beth listen to? If she didn't have her notes, if she couldn't find a place that has Wi-Fi, because this is my 5th place trying to find Wi-Fi, I thought, what would she do? She would go live anyway. So I'm live. Here we go. Okay, so as you know, on Fridays, I would typically do a Flashback Friday. I will talk about the question of the day for each of the previous days. But I don't have my notes because I'm in New York and I'm trying to get reorganized. My notebook is still in the other bag, and I was scrambling trying to find Wi-Fi because I've been gone so long that the Wi-Fi's off, which I should have thought about. But the Wi-Fi in my place is off, so I got to get it reconnected. So anyway, it's just been a bit of a scramble this morning, but all is well. So instead of doing a recap of the various questions of the day, I'm just going to speak to something that's kind of been on my mind the past couple of days. This is related to what I've been saying about connecting these car terms with life terms, and kind of merging the two. That said, so when I do test drives over the years, I have taken the habit of turning on everything at the end of my first time driving the car. In other words, if I pick the car up at a garage, I drive it to my apartment or wherever I'm going. And before I turn the car off, I turn on everything. I hit all the buttons, all of it, right? Then I turn the car off. Why do I do that? Because in automotive terms, there's something called a key cycle, K-E-Y, a key cycle. The key cycle is basically the carryover from the last time you're driving the car to this time when you're driving the car. So when I turn on all the things and I turn off the car, I want to see what comes on when I get back in the car. So for example, some cars, if you have the air conditioning on full blast and you turn the car off, the next time you get in the car, it will carry across the key cycle and the air conditioning will come on full blast. So different cars have different things that carry across the key cycle. Some cars shut everything off and then you have to start from scratch. And some cars have some items that carry across the key cycle, but not others. I have always been fascinated by this, as you can tell by the fact that I turn on everything, because I want to see what's going to carry across the key cycle. But it is just now in this recent period of awareness, this recent period of expanding my awareness and seeing the similarities between the car industry and people, that I'm recognizing that we people have our own key cycle. We have a built-in key cycle. It's called sleep. That's our built-in key cycle. And that sounds elementary, but when we go to sleep, our brains, they kind of clear. You remember the Etch-a-Sketch? Remember the Etch-a-Sketch? You draw things on Etch-a-Sketch and then you would shake it and it would be clear. That's what our brains do. There's literally a fluid that sweeps into our brains in waves while we're sleeping to cleanse physically the brain and to cleanse neurologically the brain so that we're starting over from scratch. So that is our key cycle. And even in those little micro nano sleeps, like when you nod out like this, that is your system trying to clear itself. So even when you nod out for a second and it feels uncomfortable and you jerk your head back up, in that brief moment, your system has begun to do the Etch-a-Sketch. It's begun to clear your system a little bit. Right? So that those little nano sleeps add up over time. They clear out your memory over time. So that is our built-in key cycle. Why is this important? Well, it's important for me because I have realized in the recent past that in the further past, I used to carry negativity over my key cycle. So in other words, there would be something that I would be upset about and I would go to sleep. And as I just said, sleep automatically clears the system. And I would wake up and I would be, what's the right word? I would be searching for the thing that bothered me before I went to sleep. I would reach for it. I kind of wake up like, what's bothering me? I don't know what's bothering me. Let me figure it out. And I would reach for it. And as we know from our talks about the reticular activating system, if you seek it, it will find it. If you decide that you're seeking, in my case, I would keep it personal. When I decided that I was seeking the negativity, and I was seeking the thing that was bothering me, my reticular activating system would go find it. It would go find that negative thing that I had been bothered by before I went to sleep, or some new negative thing. Like that's just the way the reticular activating system works. That's why I call it the filter seeker. It filters out all the unnecessary information until you decide that it's pertinent to you. But it also seeks out what you think about. And so unwittingly, I was carrying negativity across my key cycle, the exact place where it is supposed to end. The key cycle for human beings is sleep, and that is where the negativity is supposed to end. That your body, your system will eliminate those things that you were upset about during sleep, even in small amounts of sleep, small increments. And if you pick it up again, that's on you. But you develop the habit of picking up that negativity on the other side of sleep. And you accustom your system to seeking out the negativity. You develop the habit. I just want to say it again. You develop the habit of seeking out negativity on the other side of sleep. That's very important because that's on you. That's within your control. And I very much did that, especially in relationships. If I had a fight with a girlfriend and I went to sleep angry, you know, they say don't go to sleep angry. When I woke up, I would kind of reach for it. And invariably, I would find it. And the same thing applies to you. If you go to sleep angry, well, first of all, let me just reiterate that the system is doing its work to cleanse you as you go to sleep, during your sleep. So if you wake up and you seek out the thing that you're upset about, that's you choosing to be upset. That's strong, right? But it is. That's you choosing to be upset because no one can make you feel anything, right? It is your choice. And in my case, it was my choice to decide to chase these things that were upsetting to me. So anyway, I say all that to say that I found new significance for the key cycle in the automotive world. And I am continuing to do the work of letting things go during the key cycle for human beings. Like that has become my ultimate reset. That has become my ultimate reset. If I'm feeling triggered by something and I use all the other tools, breath work, meditation, running, and none of those things work, I know that I can go to sleep and that will reset the system. And my only job is not to seek out the negativity when I wake up. That's my job. Okay. All right, I think that's all I got about that. But be mindful of the key cycle. You probably have a car. So next time, I got an amen. Next time you drive somewhere, before you turn off the car, turn on everything. And when you get back in the car, see what carries over the key cycle. And let that be a reminder to you to not seek out the negative things like that truck is doing. Don't seek out the negative things when you emerge from the other side of your key cycle. So that's what I got. I'm going to take a quick commercial break, do a couple shout outs, and then we out. Hang on. Okay, I'm in the comments, so shout out to Gladys, Nan, Tim, and I appreciate that, Nan. Yeah, it's really interesting how these automotive terms that I've been dealing with for years, like I've been a test driver for, I don't know, maybe a decade. And these terms only applied to the cars to me before, but all of a sudden, oh, I see you. I see you, because there was a period, this period here during the pandemic, where there were test drives happening, but I was not being invited to those test drives. And now all of a sudden, now at the time that I'm being invited to test drives again, I've got this higher perspective and this way to incorporate what I'm learning about vehicles into our systems, into human systems. Okay, all right, I see you. So anyway, be mindful of your key cycle. It is very important. That said, I don't have my notes again, but Hero News, I already gave it. It was very interesting to me that people were calling me Mr. Hero as I was moving around Traverse City, Michigan. And that encouraged me to believe that these various people who are wearing the Hero t-shirts, the Hero hoodies, the socks, the masks, the unhoused who are wearing these items are also being referred to as heroes. Like, I don't know that to be true, but I believe it to be true, and I pray it is true, that as they move about in the world, there are people who see the word hero on their chest, and they refer to these unhoused people as heroes, because that must be so uplifting to their spirit. That must give them something, because I know it felt good to me. It felt good to me in Traverse City, so it must be feeling good to them. So shout out to all the people who've been using the word hero to apply it to me, and I hope that they are using the word hero to apply it to the unhoused people in these various cities that we're serving. Charity run is still going strong. I'm on day 67. I did 1.6 miles here in New York, which was interesting because last time I was in New York, which has been pre-pandemic, I would run on the treadmill. And now I can't, like, the treadmill is my last resort, but I went running out on the street along the Hudson, and it was really nice out there. It was beautiful. But I haven't done that before. That was not my habit. So I think that might be the very first time I've gone jogging on the Hudson. So it's very pretty. Okay. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, so thanks for tuning in. This wasn't so bad, but I will get my Wi-Fi set up. I'll get my headphones set up so you don't hear all the traffic. And I'll be on this location for a little bit before I move. I got another test drive coming up in New York. So we're going to be here for a minute, and then we'll see what happens after that. So thanks for rocking with me. This is the Be Your Own Hero Show. I'm here Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern. I'm on the Eastern time right now, 9 a.m. Central. And tune in at 10:30 Eastern, where I'll be producing Sip with Rev Melissa, and I might be popping on at the end to say a couple words. So until then, keep doing. Oh, shout out to Tim. I see the amen 2 times. I appreciate that. So keep doing. Be a hero. Be your own hero. And remember that right now, is better than perfect. All right, later. See you tomorrow. Oh, wait. Today's Friday. See you Monday. Be a hero.